Man, again, it was. If you're a Fury fan, you can't say you were not nervous during this fight, especially with those 2 knockdowns.
And all right, let's start there. Let's start there. So first round, Wilder decides to box. Okay. We saw something that we've never seen in his career. The jab to the body. I thought he was going to follow it up with a right overhand there and possibly land on Fury in the first round. Didn't happen. And let me just start by saying this. This is probably the worst version of Fury I've ever seen.
Really? Okay.
I've grown accustomed to watching a sharp Tyson Fury defensively and offensively. Okay. In this fight, he was sloppy. He was getting hit with punches he doesn't normally get hit with, especially against Wilder. You know, a guy with very limited skills was able to land some big punches. And it's boxing, of course. Yeah. You're going to get hit. But his head movement didn't seem to be all the way there. His footwork didn't seem to be all the way there. He didn't utilize the ring a lot, especially in the later rounds. So I'm gonna just start with that. This is the worst version of Tyson Fury that I've seen.
Okay.
Of course, it was enough to beat a limited boxer like Deontay Wilder.
See, I agree. Just because, like, in that first match, Tyson didn't know how he would react, like, with a punch from Wilder. I think after the first fight and after the second one, like, he realized, you know what, I can take his punch and I can get up, so I can kind of mix it up and be in the fire, mix up a bit. I know that I have enough, even though Tyson Fury is not known for having knockout power. He knows he has enough,
6'9", 270
to keep combinations going, where he'll eventually wear his guy down and break him down and knock him out. So I think he was in that fire a little too long. You're right. But I think because of that, because he knew he could take a punch, he could get up. Yes, it's a little bit of him, taking too much of a risk, but that's what made this fight so fucking back and forth and so enticing and so memorable.
Yeah, so
I agree.
Worst version of Tyson Fury I've ever seen. Not even when he was coming back to boxing, I've seen him this bad. As far as defense, especially. On offense, he looked okay. I feel like when he had the chances, he didn't put that pedal to the metal. I feel like he had many chances to stop Wilder, and I don't know. It was a contested bout. Both men were very tired, so that's that. But I feel like he had a lot of chances to stop Wilder earlier, and he didn't go for it. But first round, Wilder comes out boxing, won the first round. After that, he forgot everything he had learned for the past 2 years and went back to being his own self. Zero defense from Deontay Wilder. I think that's one thing that most people didn't mention in this fight. I saw a lot of people picking him to win this fight. And one of the things that nobody mentioned is he has zero defense.
None.
His defense is his offense.
Yeah.
When he's tired, he struggles to put his hands up to protect himself. So zero defense from Deontay Wilder. Once he got knocked down in that third round, he went back to his old self, throwing that windmill punch. Zero defense, zero footwork, zero head movement. He was able to catch Tyson Fury in the fourth round. Yeah. Almost stopped him, knocked him down 2 times. Fury recovered well, and I feel like you mentioned Fury getting up from the previous knockdowns, right? And I feel like in this fight, he was a lot more calm. He weathered the storm, right? He figured out in the first fight, hey, this guy can't knock me out. Even though he knocked me out, I still was able to wake up somehow. Got up. Second fight, didn't hit me at all. And this third fight, I feel like Tyson was a little more confident, took his time. When he got knocked down, he kind of laid there, waited for the count. A lot of people were still complaining about the counts. Still complaining about the counts. These guys will come up with any type of excuse.
Yeah.
But Fury was able to get up, survived, and from there on, it was just the Tyson Fury show. Even though it was sloppy, Big Bro says it was sloppy. He wasn't that big of a fan of this fight, and we'll get into that. I feel like this fight was very overrated. It was terrible boxing, sloppy, but that's what made it such a great fight.
Okay. To me, I think it was an exceptional fight up until the 7th, 8th round, and then it was just survival mode for Wilder Fury. That's why I think people are saying it's not as great as people put it out to be. But again, this is a casual run sport sometimes, so people just love seeing knockdowns. If it happens to both sides, people will love it. Yeah, for me, man, yeah, Fury could have ended this earlier. You have to give a lot of credit to, again, yeah, some of that sloppiness has to do with it, but a lot of it had to do with Wilder's heart. And
and we can touch on this right now because I see some comments here in the comment section.
You want to read them?
Continue.
For me, like a lot of the reason why this match lingered on so long after the 7th, 8th is because of that heart. And again, that corner, maybe you should have stopped it earlier. Like, it lingered on a little too long, and we'll see what kind of damage Wilder has had. I know he took 4 days to retire. It took him 4 days to congratulate the man. That's already number one there. But yeah, this
he didn't write that. I saw zero spelling errors. He did not write that.
This fight, I think, in a way, is memorable. For me, it's memorable because it finally ends it, in my opinion. I don't know what other excuse Wilder is going to throw out. I'm sure there's going to be a few coming out in the next coming days and weeks, but this one just stamps that this is over and it should be over. And
yes,
yeah.